I'm very privileged to have worked at Southampton for 8 years, which was a fantastic academy, still is a fantastic academy, and then now at Fulham, where for 6.5 years I've helped to develop the programme at Fulham. Last season we had 225 appearances from our youth players in the first team, over 14,000 minutes, and hopefully a lot of those players can go on and achieve success both with the club and country.
Two guys in the middle, yeah? 2 touches, please.
It's been my privilege to work in the profession and to work with young players, and never does a day go by when I don't remind myself of that. My starting point was 12 years as a teacher, where I learned to coach and I learned to educate and support young players on their journey, and the crossover into professional football provided me with a chance to do that at an elite level.
If you think about coaching young players, lots of people in
young people are sponges, so the reality is that they're going to pick up on concepts far more quickly very often than adults, and we did a couple of things there where I was impressed with how quickly the young players learned how to deal with the situation that they were confronted with. And my message to any coach is not to believe that because the players are a particular age they're only capable of achieving a certain thing. Set your practice at a level that sets high expectations for the players that you've got, and you will be surprised how many of the players get up to that level and maybe beyond.
Can you score? Can you score? Any goal? Well defended, right.
What makes a good player, I think, is a player who's open to learning with a growth mindset. And of course there are some players at the very top of the game who I think have got terrific talent, but unless they're willing to open their minds and develop their talent, and crucially, and there isn't, in my opinion, a player in the world who has reached the top who hasn't worked extremely hard. It doesn't matter what your level of ability is, but what you've got to be prepared to do is to work at your game all the time.
Okay, are we ready?
I think the youngest age group I've taken have been 6-year-olds and right the way through to seniors. My career has been fashioned around working with young people, and it's a privilege to be able to do that. And for me, in lots of respects, it doesn't particularly matter what the age of the player is, as long as you structure the practice to ensure that they can learn and they can develop their game.
Let's play Tanner, let's play. Move the ball, Tanner.
As a coach, you've always got to be open to new ideas. Don't close your mind off to anything. By all means, decide that a particular practice isn't for you or your group, or a particular style of play is not something that you want to follow, but never ever close your mind. Keep a growth mindset, and that gives you an opportunity to improve.